Hello, hello, it is the Trading Captain, and I'm back for another daily recap. Currently sitting up $105.20 in the day. Pretty solid result. And if we go here and look at our spreadsheet, see I took 19 trades today, used most of my allotted space, and I used a little under half of the total account balance. So honestly, really impressive results for what I was going for here today. Was not expecting this. On Monday, yesterday, I did make a brief call out saying, hey, we could be seeing a shift in the market. Monday was considerably warmer than it was last week, right? Like last week, it was just dying. There was just not a lot of volatility at all. Like Friday was just absolutely horrendous. I took 3 trades on Friday, so very slow. I came into Monday, I saw it was warming up, took only 4 trades still because I was still in defense mode. But overall, after Monday's results, I did make that call out saying, hey, it looks like we might be heating up a little bit. We'll see how Tuesday goes. And if we see big runners, maybe that could be an opportunity. And lo and behold, if you look at GLTO, we had a monster move pre-market. The stock absolutely just tore anyone who was short up. The stock was in the $3 range, went all the way up to like 36, 37 bucks. Absolutely insane move. And this really set the precedent for today. So when I saw this, and as I said yesterday, I was deciding that I was going to step up to the plate a bit more if we saw bullish action, a big move. And this was the confirmation I was looking for. So today I went in swinging. I was taking pretty aggressive trades right out of the gate because I came in at 7 o'clock, and let's see, I was swinging as early as the second minute of my session. So overall, it was really impressive what I was able to achieve today, but I did have a lot of setbacks. So one thing I really try to emphasize, at least with my trading style, is that I don't impulsively trade, because I feel like that is the only real way that I would get destroyed using my strategy, because my strategy is pretty conservative. I'm really only aiming for like 0.5% to 2% growth per day. I'm not really looking for crazy moves. So knowing that and knowing the sizing that I'm using, the only thing I really need to be careful of is that I'm not impulsively just aggressively trading, building up commissions, just churning and burning through capital. So that's the real big thing I need to be careful of. And there were a couple instances where I was trading quite aggressively, quite frequently, right? So one example that comes up here, as you see this period here. So specifically, we'll just say these 4. So in 4 trades, I did that across a 3-minute period, which is quite aggressive. I mean, 2 minutes actually. So that's very aggressive. Let's go ahead and pull this up on the chart and actually look at it. It's a 753. See what exactly that looked like. So this was a stock. I was trading it on the upside of the move and the backside. But in particular, every time I was buying this, I was selling it early, unfortunately. And I'm just like, okay, this is the top. This is the top. No, this is the top. And it just kept going. So, and I tried sizing down to trade further up, but eventually got to the point where I was like taking 25 share size. It was just so low to where I was like, okay, if this thing pulls back, it's probably going to pull back hard. So I just need to kind of chill. And once we started to see it pulling back here, I was starting to catch that bounce opportunity, especially in a hot market like this. It wouldn't be at all surprising to see this make another leg up. GLTO did that, right? Like it just kept making another leg up. So, it was very possible for this leg to get bought up. And I just kept getting stopped out on it. That's really what happened. As I would get in, I would see a large seller coming in, so I'd get out of the way, wait for the next opportunity, get back in, see the seller come back, get out of the way. And it's double-edged, right? I think it is the right way to approach a falling knife setup like this, but at the same time, like I said, I'm trying not to aggressively trade, not to impulsively trade within a high frequency of trades. And high frequency I'm defining as 3, right? So in this instance, taking 4 trades in 2 minutes, that would be impulsively trading by my definition. So that was one instance. And just by coincidence, the 4th trade of this impulsive trading was the biggest loser of the day. So very interesting how that shapes out of 19 trades. But yeah, I don't really think it's a coincidence. I think I was starting to lose the plot a little bit here. You can see I oversized. This definitely should have been a half size at the very least. So you can kind of see that playing out because the loss is a bit abnormally large, right? If you look at the scatter plot on the right, you can see this is an outlier, and that is because it was oversized. So yeah, that's one instance of a mistake. So I kept trading. I did take a bit of a breather there for like 8 minutes before I got back into it. But yeah, COCH, this was another very powerful one. This had a pretty strong news catalyst, at least just out of the gates. There was an FDA approval, so the company cut funding because they didn't need the money anymore. That's just incredibly bullish, and in a market like this where we're so hot, it just made sense to get in. So I was, again, trading this aggressively, and I'm fine with that, but I just felt that I was getting to a point where I was taking trades too quickly. And even though I was doing really well in the day, I still had a little less than half of my capital left in the account. I was getting worried that I was, because this was the second instance now I've caught where I was trading aggressively, like impulsive aggressive, and I don't like that. So I decided, hey, this is already a phenomenal day. We should just lock it up and walk. So that's what I did. And I'm happy with that, right? Like this was a phenomenal result today, making over $100. And yeah, this was great. If we can see this kind of returns, this is what I'm looking for. So what am I looking for tomorrow? I'm not expecting anything like what we had today. Today was kind of a pretty insane shift from a very meek, somewhat cool market to just a flaming hot market. I'm not expecting that to hold up. I'm expecting tomorrow we're going to see maybe some stocks making moves, but it's going to be kind of like normal. It's not going to be anything crazy hot. That's my guess anyway. And I'll judge it whenever I look at things pre-market, right? If we see hot stocks, I'll trade. I'll be on the front line, aggressively jumping in. But yeah, it needs to be played by ear. See how the market ends up playing out. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. That is the summary of my game plan for tomorrow. And yeah, if you liked my recap for today, please do leave a like. It helps me out. I don't sell courses. I don't sell signals or anything. I'm just showing my progress, kind of creating a track record for how I'm trading. And yeah, if you think this is interesting, maybe do consider checking out other videos of it or subscribing if you want to go along for the journey. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's recap.